What's going on, Niam? Let's give everyone 3 minutes and we'll get started. Xian, it's going good, man. How are you doing? How's the last week been? It's been good. Working on some new stuff. We just rolled out a new service offering at the agency at Growth Response. So we've been talking to a lot of people, existing clients who are interested in that. Nolitza, hey, how's it going? Jay, how's it going? All right, so if this is your guys, if this is anyone's first Quaranstream, what I'm doing here is every week, every Thursday, for as long as we are in quarantine, I'm just jumping on for half an hour, answering some common questions I get through email, my Facebook group, and YouTube comments, addressing one question a week, one main question. And if you guys have other questions, you can ask them in the chat box, and I'll get to those at the end for some quick Q&A. Okay, cool. Niam, good question. I'll answer that at the end here. We'll give everyone 1 more minute. So if you guys are jumping on, we're giving everyone a minute or 2 more. Ask any questions you guys have in the chat box. And today we are answering the question of how do you start an agency on a shoestring budget with the least amount of money possible? Yep, Niam, start throwing them out. Okay, so let me do this. I'm going to type in the box. Here's the question we are answering today. All right. Okay, so let's jump into the question for today. I get this question literally every single day, whether it's my YouTube channel, the comments, my Facebook group, or email, and it's how much money do I really need to start my own SMMA and drop servicing agency, or any kind of agency or business in the services space. So I'm going to break it down for you guys by the numbers and what you actually need, what you absolutely need at the bare minimum, the essentials that you need to get started. And this is what we started with. And we use some expensive tools that we didn't really need to use, which is what I'm guessing a lot of you are doing. So I'm just going to tell you how to get started for less than $50 per month. And that's as cheap as it's going to get. So most of these things as well have free trials that I'm going to talk about. But I'm kind of tired of getting this question. How much money do I need? You don't need much. But if you can't afford $50 per month, $20 to $50 per month, you probably shouldn't start a business. You should probably get a job first so you have some monthly income coming in. All right, so let's get into what you need. Let me X out of this here. So first thing, you need a website or some kind of landing page, right? And this can be, what I recommend is you just sign up for something like Wix, W-I-X. They have plans, like it's an all-in-one solution. It's very easy to set up. You just sign up for a plan and you can set up a website. So it's anywhere from $13 per month to $30 per month. And it comes with a free domain name for a year. And I think Wix also has like $300 in ad credits that you can use on I don't know if it's Google. It might be Google, Bing, and another platform. I'm not really sure. But Wix, that's what you should use for your website if you are looking at the bare minimum. It's $13 to $30 per month you don't really have to know too much techie stuff either. Like with WordPress, it can get pretty cheap, but you still have to know like what theme to pick and how to set all this stuff up. So Wix is a great option if you're on a shoestring budget and you want the lowest price possible with all the features that you need. So check out Wix. Just go to their pricing page. They have it's $13 to $30 per month, depending what plan you pick. Comes with a free domain for a year and also some ad credits, about $300 in ad credits. Okay, so that's the first thing, $13 to $30 per month. The second thing you need is a business email. So this is your first name at your domain.com. So for Growth Response, it's Sean@growthresponse.io. Now, I don't know, Wix might actually have this. If like with their free domain, they might have it as a service for free included in their plan. I'm not really sure. If they don't, what we use is G Suite. Okay, so all you got to do is go to G Suite, sign up, register your domain, whatever you use, and then sign up with your first name at your domain.com or whatever it is. Okay, and that's $6 per month. Okay, so far we are at $13 to $30 per month with a $6 per month for your G Suite, your business email. So that comes out to $19 to $36 per month. Okay. Now, the third thing you need is some way to collect payments. Now, I know Wix has some of this built in. If you don't want to use the Wix payment processing platform, you can use Stripe or PayPal. Those two things are free, and it only takes a percentage of each sale. Okay, so you don't need to pay money to get started with Stripe. You don't have to pay money monthly for an account. All you got to do is sign up on Stripe or PayPal, and boom, you're ready to take payments. Okay, so that's the third thing. This is free, Stripe or PayPal. The fourth thing you need for an agency or any kind of service-based business is a presentation software, something you can use to present to potential clients and prospects. What you can use is Google Slides. Okay, so if you sign up for a G Suite account, actually this might be free for all users. Just type in Google Slides into Google and you can create free slide decks and presentations. It's kind of like a PowerPoint, a cloud version where you can access it from any computer you want. So a presentation software, we use Keynote, but that's because everyone in our company has a Mac. But you can use Google Slides. And the good thing about Google Slides is it's a cloud software, so you can access it from any computer you want, okay? So far, what do we have? We have a website. You can use Wix, $13 to $30 per month. We have a business email, G Suite, $6 per month, which is total $19 to $36 per month. The third thing we have is payments. You can use Stripe or PayPal. That is free. They just take a percentage of every sale that you get, so you don't have to pay anything to use it. The fourth thing is a presentation software, which you can use Google Slides for free. The fifth thing you need is a calendar app or a calendar software, and you can use Google Calendar. That is also free, okay? So 5 things so far. We only have 2 things you're paying for. And the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The 6th thing you need is something you're already paying for. It's your cell phone, okay? Perfectly fine. Whatever your cell phone is you don't need to get a super expensive iPhone or whatever it is. Just get a cell phone, and this is what you're going to use to talk to your clients. Okay. You can also use Google Hangouts. So Google Hangouts, if you have a G Suite account, it's free, and you can send, whenever you send your prospects a meeting invite on your Google Calendar app, you can add a Hangouts link as well so they can call in. It's kind of like a free Zoom. Okay. And if you don't know what Zoom is, it's a video chat and calling software. So those are the 6 things. Website, which you can use Wix for, $13 to $30 per month. G Suite, $6 per month. So that's a total of $19 to $36 per month. A payment software, Stripe or PayPal. A presentation software, you can use Google Slides for free. Calendar software, Google Calendar for free. And a cell phone is number 6, which is what you're already paying for your cell phone bill. Okay, I don't know what your cell phone bill is, but you're already paying for it. So you can use that to call your prospects and your clients. And if not, you can use Skype or Google Hangouts, which is also free. The last thing you need is, if you don't know, like if you're not in my accelerator program, or if you haven't bought my book for $5.60 on how to set up your own drop servicing agency, you can learn for free. Books, YouTube, Google, everything is out there for you guys, right? I see people all the time, they're saying, oh, all these courses, you can get all the information for free. Yeah, you absolutely can. So go out and do it, okay? The good thing about courses and coaching and mentorship is the people that have already done it collect all these information pieces from all these different sources and put it into one pretty package for you. So you don't have to go out and find it yourself. But if you want to go out and find it yourself and you don't have much money to invest in a program or mentorship, you can absolutely learn for free or very cheaply using books, YouTube, and just Google searches, okay? Learn how to be resourceful. If you don't have money to pay, you got to pay with your time, and you're going to have to be resourceful going to these different places and researching how to start your business. Now, for Wix, I think they have a free trial. Okay, I don't know if it's 14 or 30 days or whatever, but most of these platforms have a free trial. G Suite has a 14-day free trial, I believe. So there is no reason for you not to get started even on this free trial, okay? And the grand total that you guys are paying for all these different softwares to start an agency, this is all you really need to start, is $20 to $40 per month after the trials end, okay? So I'm gonna send, whenever someone asks me, how much money do I need to start my agency, I'm gonna send them this video because you really don't need much more than $20 to $40 to get started. Now, the keywords here are get started. If you want to start to automate things, or if you don't have enough time, like you want to use cold email software where you can press a button and automatically send out emails, or use like LinkedIn automation softwares and stuff like that, you're going to have to pay more for that, okay? But at the very bare minimum, this is all you need, $20 to $40 per month. I just told you everything you need. And whenever someone asks me this, how much money do I need to get started? The answer is $20 to $40 per month. And I'm going to send them a link to this video. Okay, so I'm going to jump back in the chat box now. That's addressing our one question this week. And we're going to do some Q&A here. So first question, Niam asks, do you still outsource your services at Growth Response, or do you have in-house workers? I have 5 virtual assistants on our team and 1 part-time sales guy. So we do not outsource to white label or fulfillment providers anymore. That's how we started, but we don't do that now. So now I have an in-house team and a part-time sales guy to help with the things like the internal client management, prospecting, and the sales piece. Niam says, I haven't started any e-commerce business before. Is drop servicing the price to start, or should I start with something like drop shipping, the place to start, or should I start with something like drop shipping, print on demand, etc.? So I used to be in drop shipping and e-commerce. That's actually how I got my start. But if you want to spend the least amount of money to get started and to start making money and have a business that gets better over time, I would highly recommend some kind of service business, a drop servicing agency, an SMMA, if you're any kind of business where you're delivering services, because it doesn't take much money to start, as you just saw. Musty asks, what's the best way to get email leads for free? Go out and Google them. Go to the websites, and you can usually find their email addresses there. You can go to Yelp as well and find email addresses there. Google, Yelp, you can look at association pages as well. Delando says, what's a conservative estimate for how long the average person takes to get their first client? It ranges. I've had clients and students who've gotten their first client within 2 days, others within 2 months, some even longer than that. Depends how much, depends. There's so many different factors that go into that. So it's hard for me to give you an exact answer. I would say within 2 months, if you don't have your first client, then there's something going wrong there. Niam says, when starting out, should I start with a more simple service, book cover design, podcast design, or should I go straight into a monthly service, social media marketing, and lead gen, etc.? My answer to this might have been a little different if the whole coronavirus thing wasn't going on. I think you need to jump into a service straight away that helps businesses survive or grow. And cover design, podcast design, most businesses aren't really looking for that right now. They're looking for things that are going to make them money. Niam says, is it harder to start an agency like lead gen or social media marketing when starting out? Is it harder when starting your first agency to talk to customers a lot more often and for a longer term? I don't really get the second part of that question, but is it harder to start an agency like lead gen or social media marketing when starting out? Harder than what, Niam? What are you comparing it to? Fiacra, I hope I'm saying that right. Do you invoice your clients for the money, or do you set out that they must pay you for the first month, or how does that work? Everything happens up front. They pay me the setup fee and the first month before I do any work. Okay. So I do not, and this is my personal opinion, I don't think you should ever bill someone after the project is done or like on an hourly basis. That's just, it's going to set you up to have like a life of living hell, because you're going to have to deal with clients every single day. You're going to have to chase them around for payment. There's a big mess waiting to happen if you wait till after the project is done, or if you're billing hourly. Jay Mobley says, I've never put together a PowerPoint presentation. What kind of content does it need? Should I outsource? Jay, I recommend you pick up my ebook for $5.60. There's going to be a link in the description here. It'll show you what we include in our presentations. No, I don't think you should outsource it, because you should know what you're talking about when you're presenting to clients. At least not in the start. You should definitely do these presentations yourself first before you start to outsource, okay? Niam says, do you suggest approaching local, smaller businesses or larger businesses that aren't local? I would recommend any kind of small business or local business, and they could be national. Doesn't need to be local. When I say local businesses, I don't mean that they have to be local to you. I mean that they should be like local type of brick and mortar type of businesses. But larger businesses, I don't recommend starting with that, because there's more people that you have to talk to get to the decision maker. And also you need to be more skilled at selling to these larger businesses. So I'd recommend starting to these local or smaller businesses. Sheehan says, are all your students doing LinkedIn prospecting or other services like SEO and Facebook ads? We have a few guys doing LinkedIn. We have two guys doing web design. We have 3 guys doing AdWords. And we have a few copywriters as well. So various different areas: copywriting, web design, AdWords, Facebook ads, LinkedIn. Shoria says, is it fine if I list the case studies from one of my white label providers as they display the client's name? If you get permission, okay? Never list things like that without permission. They're going to slap you with a copyright notice or something. So always get permission. Don't just copy and paste without someone's permission. And that goes for anything, okay? Always get permission. Samyak, can I get your ebook through PayPal? No, not at this time. Credit card or debit card only. Fiacre says, as a European who has experience in e-com selling mainly in the States, should I target States for servicing, or should I keep it in Ireland? You can do whatever you want. It's the beauty of the world we live in today. You can target someone from a different country. My only recommendation there is to target countries that can afford it. Like, I wouldn't target high ticket services to like a 3rd tier country. Samyak, I'm going to kick you off if you keep asking the same question here. I answered that. Niam says, is it harder when starting out to talk to monthly clients who expect results in something like SMMA? What would I say if they aren't happy with results? So this is why it's important that you both work with someone who has like proven case studies or has good reviews, either on Upwork or a fulfillment provider. Or you need to learn this stuff as well yourself. Like, not exactly, you don't have to learn exactly how to deliver the service, but you should learn enough about it to talk about it. Okay, so find providers, fulfillment providers that have good reviews and have case studies, ideally, of other people in the niche that you're targeting, and work with them. Now, if your clients aren't happy with the results, a lot of the time it has to do with setting the right expectation. So if you've watch my video on Tuesday, there was a customer of mine named Abraham. He was telling these companies he's going to get them 5 to 10 clients per month. And if you tell someone that and you don't get them 5 to 10 clients per month, they're going to be pissed off no matter what you get them. So even if you get them 2 clients per month and they're making a ton of money from that, they're still going to be mad because you told them you'll get them 5 to 10 clients. So a lot of the time when people aren't happy with results, it's because you set the bar too high for what you're going to do. Musty says, if I use Google to get emails, it's always hard to find the decision maker email. Well, that's what you got to do, man. You got to go, you have to dig for it. If you're going to use the free way, you have to dig for the person. You can look on LinkedIn as well and look who it is and then reverse search that on Google and find their name there. But it's going to take some digging. You're either paying with your time or you're paying with your money. So if you're going to pay with your time, it's going to take a lot longer to find these decision makers. Sheehan says, is the free scaling link in the ebook a direct call with you? Yes, it is, but it's only for people interested in our accelerator program. So I get like 3 people booking calls every day who say they have no money and no income, and I just cancel those. So if you guys have no money to invest into a program, like a coaching program, then please don't book a call. It's a waste of both of our times. All right, Samyak. You're hidden. You asked the same question 6 times, 7 times. Fiacra, out of your students, which service seems to be the most profitable for them? Profitable? See, these questions are always hard because it ranges. A lot of the people that are, let's see, who's killing it right now? One of my students, Sam, he's doing pretty well with LinkedIn. And one of my other students, Silvio, he does good in AdWords. So those 2 guys are very, very close to the 6-figure a year level before this whole COVID-19 thing hit. And their responsiveness went down. But they were near around, I think, $7,000, $8,000 per month in AdWords and LinkedIn. Delando says, do you send online contracts? We send agreements. We never call them contracts. Contracts, just no one ever wants to sign a contract. We call them agreements. But yes, we do send agreements to sign. All right, guys, I got 7 more minutes, then I got to get back to work. Luthando says, do you recommend paying for ads at the beginning, or should you focus on free organic traffic? I always recommend focusing on free organic traffic until you get your first 3 to 5 clients, right? You don't advertising, spending money on advertising before you've proven that someone's going to buy what you have to offer it's most of the time you're just going to be wasting money. So people think that ads like Google ads or Facebook ads is like a cure to their offer or getting people to buy their service. It's not a cure, it's an accelerator. Okay. So if you have something that's already working and you add some advertising behind that, you are accelerating the sales for that service, right? But you need to make sure that it already works before you want to put money behind it. Clement, looking healthy, big bro. Thanks, man. Good to see you on here. Clement says, I recommend you guys. Sean's training is straight to the point. We'll answer your questions here and much more for sure. Thank you, man. And yeah, looking forward to chatting with you more tomorrow on the coaching call. Tommy says, get the ebook. It tells you how to do everything. Exactly, guys. It's $5.60. If you can't afford that, or if you're going to be someone, I sent out an email yesterday of this guy. We just call him Kyle. I call him a serial refunder. He bought my book 3 times and try to refund it 3 times. So don't be a serial refunder either. But it's $5.60. It's going to tell you the blueprint for how to get started. And just get the book. Jay Mobley says, when starting out, how did you know what to put in your agreement? I had mentors, I had coaches, and they gave me example agreements to use. Fiacra says, would you say now is a better time for services and a worse for others due to COVID? I would say it depends who you're targeting, right? So I know agency owners that are struggling right now as well because they're targeting industries and niches that are closed down right now. Okay. So it really depends on who you target. And it depends on, yeah, of course, your business model as well. I know a ton of guys in the e-com space are having a hard time getting their products shipped here. So it depends on the business model, but also if you're in the services or agency space, it's going to depend who you're targeting as well. So make sure you're targeting businesses that are still operating right now. And most of them are online type businesses. Let's see. Niam says, I got to head out. All right. Yep. See you next Thursday if we're still in quarantine. As soon as the quarantine ends, I'm probably going to stop doing these Thursday live streams because they don't take that much effort, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Musty says, what's the software you use for email leads and how many emails you send on average to get a client? Let's see. What do we use now? We use D7 Lead Finder for local businesses and Find That Lead for B2B businesses. How many emails you send on average to get a client? I don't know. That's a hard one. It depends who we're targeting as well. I would say on average, maybe 2,500 to 3,000. Who's this? 9JA. I don't know who this is, but he says, one of the best investments I made this year, buy the program, everyone. Awesome. Sheehan says, get the ebook, watch Sean's videos. There's more than enough info in there to get started. Thanks for the feedback, guys. I'm glad it was helpful. I don't know who Hunter is, but let's see. Anybody else got questions? We got 3 more minutes. I'll answer maybe 1 or 2 more, and then I got to get back to work. Oh, Sheehan, I think you're talking about Hunter, the software, right? If so, yes, Hunter does help with that. Man, it is sunny today. See if I missed any here. Maxime says, hey, Sean. This is the last question, by the way, guys. Hey, Sean, how did you come up with your pricing? Did you start low? I understand you charge around $1,500 with 3-month plans. How do you know it's the perfect pricing? So I use something. If you have my ebook, I explained this in there. I use something called the 3X rule. And that easily, once you use the 3X rule, it's in my ebook once again, it'll tell you exactly how to price your services so that you're getting like a 66% plus net profit every time you sell the service. But what we did is I guessed our first client actually was paying us $4,000 per month. So my first client was, and this kind of screwed us over because once I got that $4,000 a month client, I was like, oh crap. And it was an easy sale. So that $4,000 a month client was a very easy sell. They closed on the first call, and that kind of screwed us up because after that, I thought, well, it was too easy. Now I need to charge $5,000 a month. And I had like a sales drought. I didn't get a sale for like 2 or 3 months after that because everyone kept saying it's too expensive. It's too expensive. It's too expensive. So I thought something was wrong. And I still knew that I was making a ton of money in profit from the LinkedIn service. So I took the service back down to $1,000 a month, and then I started to inch it back up. And the sweet spot we found is $1,500 per month now for our specific market, which is the SaaS market for LinkedIn. But yeah, that's how it happened. It's a funny story. I actually started high. The first, I think it was the second person we talked to was like, yeah, let's get started. And I was on a $4,000 a month plan. And I thought I could just keep boosting the price up because it was so easy, but it screwed us over. So I would say, to answer your question, I would pick up my book, read on the 3X rule, use that, and then start to increase your pricing from there once you start to get some clients. Musty says, thanks, man. Do you have an agreement to use in your book? I do not. That's only for accelerator students. But the book will tell you everything else you need to know to get rolling, to start getting clients. All right, guys. So that is it for episode 4 of the weekly Quaranstream. I hope this was helpful for you guys. Again, the question we answered today was, how much money do I really need to start my own SMMA or drop servicing agency? Watch the replay if you want the answer to that. And if you want the blueprint on how to start your agency from scratch and not spend, thousands of dollars learning how to do it, pick up my $5.60 ebook called 6-Figure Drop Servicing. Link's going to be in the description after this video replay is published. But hope this is helpful for all of you guys, and I'll see you next week.